Okay, let's go ahead and create or use the data table from the what if analysis tool. Now, to create a one variable data table using this table, as you can tell or see on this table, we have column K that displays some revenue or total revenue, assuming this is for the month of June. Okay, column L will display the total expenses. Column M is for the net income. Now, to create a one variable data table for the month of June, we're going to need to apply some data points or some values in these two cells. The goal here is we want to know what would be the total expense and the net income if the total revenue was $150,000. What would be the total expense and the net income if my revenue was $200,000 for the month of June? Right now, we know that for the month of June, the total revenue is $181,995 with a total expense of $108,258 and an income of $73,737. Now we can do those. If you don't want to use the what if analysis data table, we can just go ahead and do those manually, which is time consuming, but taking advantage of the data table here, we can automate the stuff. What needs to be done or plugged into those two cells are the total expense for the month of June as well as the net income for the month of June. The total expense, we can grab it from cell B30. So we can do equal B30, press enter. And for the net income, that's coming from cell B32. So this is B32, press enter. Now, let's take advantage of the data table to auto-calculate the rest of these columns. And these values are going to change based on the proposed revenue in this column. In order to do this, we're going to need to highlight the proposed values as well as the two formulas, including those empty cells. From the data tab, click on what if analysis, choose data table. Now, rows here includes the total revenue, and we're going to need to calculate those for each column. We're talking about the total revenue. So because we're going to need to calculate this for each column, we're going to need to enter this value, which is the total revenue, because we are calculating the total revenue, or we're passing the total revenue, the different values here, to this data table. So click here, click the total revenue, press OK, and then the data table will calculate the rest of these columns. Now, if you subtract this from this, the total should be this. If you subtract this from this, the total should be this. Thanks for watching.